Hello, I'm CammyG and welcome back to our Fortnite Save the World daily update videos where we go over everything in the shop, all the mission alert rewards and everything that refreshes daily, starting here with the Llamas. So we have 2 Llamas for sale on the upgrade Llamas, so they're completely free, so definitely log on just to get stuff, and then People Llama, they are on sale at 150 instead of 200 tickets, and this is a great way to get some mythic leads and some legendary survivors. So, it might be worth buying the first 1 or 2 just to try get, one that goes gold. But obviously, if you don't want to risk that, if you don't have that many tickets, obviously just save them. We do have V-Bucks today, so I'll get to that when we get there. But as for the item shop, one more reminder. Got a few more before the end of the season, but yeah, we don't have too long left on the items, both in the weekly shop and in the event shop. So any of these heroes or weapons on the left, if you don't have them and you want them, now is the time to get them. So save up your gold, do some storm shield defenses, dungeons, just regular missions, whatever it is you want to do to get gold, and yeah, try get those before they go. On the quests, so for dungeons we have the crypts, so very easy, bog standard dungeons there for the daily challenge, so that's nice. I'll be helping on that after work probably when I get back up, because it is 1 AM at the moment. So then for war games, we have denied with heavy explosives in Plankton, which isn't too bad. You're just going to get a lot more propanes, but our AFK endurance build should be able to handle that. If you don't know what they are, if you don't have that built, just check the description for playlists, links, and stuff like that. Stonewood is trapped out, so no bother, don't bother with that. Twine is the same as Plankton, so you should be alright with that with our build again. And then Canny is Double Trouble, which is 2 smashers that can't be killed. So they should just go to the sort of bait and switch and mess around there, so you should be alright on that one. You might have to get some of the tickets, the timer things to reduce the time. You should be able to AFK, I think. Then for the endurance, it's Twine Peak, so obviously if you've got our endurance built for that, you should be good to get the rewards for today. So that's the daily quests, and let's hop into some of the areas. So starting in the Venture Zone, because everyone can get here no matter what power level you are, we have some decent stuff at the top. So if I can find where we are, we have a Legendary Survivor there, so always fantastic to get that. I know one of our regulars is always hyped for the Legendary Survivors, so get yourself in there again, mate, and get that Legendary Survivor. In a 124 van, which is probably this one, I think, we've got the Copper Clax, which is a pretty good melee weapon if you are a melee fan. We have an Assault Defender here, so Legendary, not that worth getting unless you need to pop her in the collection book. And then over here we have Retrieve the Data with Brawler Luna, the Legendary version, so whether you want to enjoy using her or pop her in the collection book, either way. 4 times charge up for rain on the 4-player mission, so definitely worth checking that out if you can. You're high enough. Evacuate shelter for 4 times Storm Shard as well, so that's another one pretty worth doing. Probably not worth doing that one unless you just want the Venture XP, and then that one's beautiful. A lot of Legendary Perk-Up and Eye of the Storm as well. So lovely stuff. Adventures. Now, if we hop into Stonewood, that I always go to Plankton every single time without fail. So over here we have somewhere Legendary Copper Haywire Storm. So it's a pretty decent pistol. It's not the best pistol. It's pretty rapid firing, lower damage. But if you don't want to use it, you can just put it in the collection book, but just one to call out. And then we'll just look at 4-player missions. So Schematic XP, probably not worth it. Schematic XP again, probably not worth it. And then last one up here, probably not worth it. Although you do get 2 survivors. So if you are starting out, it's probably worth doing that just to get the survivors. But if you're a bit higher up in Plankton Canny, then yeah, you're probably not bothered about that. We are getting closer to those V-Bucks as well, so do please bear with me. In Plankton, there's not a whole lot going on mission alert-wise, so we'll just go to the 4-player missions for the most part. And Survivor XP, not really worth it. We've got, I don't really check these, to be honest, because I think it's good for getting quick gold and some alert rewards, but as to, the 4 times rewards aren't really there, and these 2, probably not really worth doing. Now, the only one to call out is up here, I think. Whoops. The Copper Riptide. So the Legendary version, it's an SMG. It's Legendary. You get some pure drops of rain. It's just a mini-boss. Might as well run it if you don't have that weapon already. But as far as, You know, is it a good weapon to use in general? Not really. It's all right, but it's nothing to just you go out of your way to get. Just get it if you want to put it in the collection book, for example. Ceiling gas trap there, so fantastic ceiling trap. Definitely recommend getting that if you don't have it already. Not too much else going on in the lower area of Canny. We can check the 4-player. So just Survivor XP on that one. Not really too bothered. 4 times reperk, pretty good there, with rare Perk-Up as well. Now, I know rare Perk-Up isn't the best level for it, but it's just, you don't see it as much, so that's, a good one to run, I think. Copper Dune Hammer, so, I mean, it's a melee hammer. Like, if you're into that stuff, go for it, man. Like, not for me, but obviously, if you guys enjoy it, then go for it. Absolutely. Now, where are we? See if we can find these missions. So here we are, the V-Bucks, 35 V-Bucks. Here we go, dramatic zoom. That is your mission. Get in it, guys. Canny Valley founders, get your V-Bucks. Also in the 30, not 30, sorry, that's the amount of V-Bucks. In the 70 area, which is quite large, I think. It must be quite large. We do have something else going on down here. So 2 rewards here for weapons, and then 2 Eye of the Storms. So pretty good mission to run that if you would like. And then as far as Canny goes, that's pretty much it. But yeah, the V-Bucks mission's there, so that's always good, obviously. Now in Twine, at the very bottom, we have a good 4-player mission here because we get a lead survivor. So that's going to give you the Doctor lead survivor if you don't have a legendary lead for your Fortitude squads. Then yeah, that's a good one to get it. I guess the next sort of missions worth going for is we just check a few 4-player. So Hero XP, not really worth it. Survivor XP, not really gonna bother with that. If we look over here, potentially we have 2 weapons here. So Bazooka and Monsoon. The Monsoon is pretty average, pretty, it's like a minigun, I guess, but the Bazooka is pretty good. It's a good all-round explosive, even if it's just base game. So if you don't have that, it's one potentially to have for your explosive ammo. Now we have a 4 times reperk there, which is pretty good. So yeah, if you want to run that one, then I'd recommend it. If you have the time and the patience and the power level, then yeah, get on it. But other than that, if we look back over here, we have Copper Tiger Jaw, so pretty spammy shotgun. It's not the best or anything, but if you want a shotgun that's just going to put a lot of ammo out and do a lot of damage really quickly, it's pretty good for that. But if we also look at this mission here, we have the Huskbuster, which I think arguably does a better job, and you're going to get 4 times lightning in a bottle as well. The Huskbuster is semi-automatic, not automatic like the Tiger Jaw, but it does more damage because of that. So yeah, definitely worth doing, I think. Floor launcher here, so this is great. It's obviously needed in some of our endurance builds, so sort of those recycle builds, and it's good for near the objective. If you build ramps, up and away from the objective, you can put floor launcher underneath and it will launch the enemies away. Also around here we have healing pad. So, I mean, yeah, if you need a healing pad, there you go. Here we have 5 times lightning in a bottle, pretty much, so pretty good rewards for that one. If you're obviously needing that evolutionary material, then get on it, guys. Good place to get it. Another one there, 4 times, but I'd recommend doing this one because you'll get more for less, effort. Wow, that is a good mission. 4 times legendary Perk-Up and 276 epic Perk-Up. That's going to be enough to level up a perk to legendary from rare, so that's a pretty good one just for one mission. And then around about here we've got hero XP, which you probably don't need. 5 lightning in a bottle as well, again with pure drops of rain. So obviously really top level now. That's probably not worth it, and that's probably not worth it. So yeah, just probably the data one if you're going to do anything in the 160s. Curious actually, is anyone running 160s on a daily basis for these rewards? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments if you are, because yeah, I'd love to know. I'm kind of curious what sort of power level people are that are watching these videos. It might help to tailor them more towards those. So, just let me know in the comments what sort of area you're in. Are you in, Plankton, Canny, Twine? Are you sort of all over the place because you're end game and you're just sort of getting what you need? I'd love to know because it'll help me, yeah, as I say, tailor these things better. But yeah, as far as things go, I guess the only thing to call out, really, which I already have done, but is just that the season is ending, so get the stuff you need. But yeah, some free llamas and some discounted llamas in the store, so it's definitely worth coming on just for that, if nothing else. But yeah, as it comes past 1 o'clock here, I'm going to go to bed, so I will get this video uploaded. Hopefully you find it useful. If you do, please do let me know in the comments, leave a like, and obviously subscribe for future, daily updates and guides and all that good stuff for Save the World. So thank you so much, and have a great day, guys. Cheers.